In January 2023, David Cole, a respected schoolteacher and high school football coach, was tragically killed in a tranquil suburb near Birmingham. Initially, his wife, Jasmine Cole, claimed the act was in self-defense. However, the case took a surprising twist when David's sister, Naomi Cole, a forensic science professor, launched her own investigation. Naomi unearthed a web of lies involving an extramarital affair, a life insurance scheme, and what appeared to be a carefully orchestrated crime. The case's turning point came from an unlikely source: David's 8-year-old son, whose testimony significantly redirected the investigation and uncovered the truth. David Michael Cole, born on March 15, 1985, was the head football coach at Woodlawn High School in Birmingham, Alabama, a role he held since 2012. Standing at 6 feet 2 inches with an athletic build from his college football days, David was a commanding figure on the field. His annual salary of $52,000, supplemented by earnings from summer football camps, provided a stable income for his family. Before coaching, David played football at the University of Alabama, graduating in 2007 with honors in physical education. His coaching career began successfully as an assistant at Minor High School before he earned the head coach position at Woodlawn. The Coles lived at 2847 Highland Avenue, a 2-story colonial-style house purchased in 2015 for $285,000. David shared the home with his wife, Jasmine, and their son, Micah David Cole, born on September 22, 2014. Jasmine, born July 8, 1989, graduated from Auburn University in 2011 with a degree in graphic design. She operated a thriving freelance business called JC Designs, catering mainly to local clients and occasionally to national ones. Her portfolio included notable work, such as rebranding materials for prominent Birmingham businesses, including the popular Mountain Brook Shopping Center. Signs of trouble in their marriage first appeared in late 2022. Credit card records showed Jasmine's increasing expenses at high-end restaurants and hotels, often during times she claimed to be meeting clients. Between September and December 2022, she made 17 charges at the Highland Bar and Grill, averaging $175 per visit. Cell phone data later revealed these dinners coincided with meetings with Nathan Harris, owner of Harris Digital Solutions. Additionally, Jasmine's previously quarterly business trips became bi-weekly, with longer stays at luxury hotels in Atlanta and Nashville. On December 12, 2022, security footage from Micah's school, Mountain Brook Elementary, captured a heated argument between David and Jasmine during a school Christmas event. Witnesses, including teacher Sarah Martinez, reported overhearing David confront Jasmine about her whereabouts the previous evening. According to Martinez's statement, Jasmine responded, "You're paranoid, and you're embarrassing me in front of everyone." This public outburst was a stark contrast to David's usually composed demeanor, as noted by multiple witnesses. Tensions peaked on January 15, 2023, when Micah, then a third grader, overheard a significant argument between his parents. In later sessions with child psychologist Dr. Rebecca Chin, Micah disclosed that his father had discovered incriminating text messages on Jasmine's phone from Nathan Harris. Forensic recovery of the messages revealed phrases such as "missing you already" and "can't wait until we can be together properly." Around this time, Micah's academic performance began to suffer, with his teacher noting increased anxiety and withdrawal. Financial records show David withdrew $5,000 from their joint savings account on January 16, 2023, and consulted divorce attorney James Wilson. Although no formal proceedings were initiated, Wilson's notes indicated David was concerned about custody arrangements and wanted to collect more evidence before taking legal action. Wilson later testified that David was deeply upset, but resolved to handle the matter legally and with minimal disruption to his son. The final confrontation was triggered by an anonymous email sent to David on January 20th, 2023. The email contained photos of Jasmine and Nathan Harris entering the Marriott Hotel on Highway 280 during what Jasmine had claimed was a client meeting. Metadata revealed the email was sent by Jennifer Harris, Nathan's wife, who had hired private investigator Marcus Rodriguez to track her husband. The photographs documented multiple meetings over 3 months, establishing a pattern of deceit. Jennifer Harris later told police she had been collecting evidence for months due to growing suspicions about her husband's behavior. At 11:47 p.m. on January 23, 2023, Birmingham Emergency Services received multiple 911 calls reporting a gunshot at the Cole residence. Margaret Wilson, a neighbor at 2845 Highland Avenue, was the first to report hearing a loud bang, followed by screams. 2 other neighbors called shortly after. Officers James Martinez and Sarah Chin arrived at 11:52 p.m. and observed David Cole's body lying face up on the living room floor. Jasmine Cole stood roughly 8 feet away, holding a Smith & Wesson M&P Shield 9mm handgun. Officer Martinez's body camera recorded Jasmine's initial statement. "He was going to kill me. I had to do it. He found out about everything." Detective Ryan Carter's official report stated that David Cole was pronounced dead at the scene. A single gunshot to the chest was the cause of death, with the bullet entering at a downward angle, suggesting the shooter was standing while the victim was either seated or standing up. Dr. Patricia Santos, the medical examiner, noted gunpowder stippling, indicating the shot was fired from about 3 feet away. The firearm, legally purchased by David in 2019, was stored in a locked safe in the master bedroom. The safe showed no signs of forced entry, implying the correct combination had been used. Investigators found David's fingerprints on the gun's grip and barrel, while Jasmine's were present on the trigger and grip. Residue was detected on both David and Jasmine's hands, while a shattered coffee table and an overturned chair hinted at a physical confrontation. David's phone, left on the couch, displayed an email containing images of Jasmine and Nathan Harris. Forensic specialist Dr. Marcus Thompson led the crime scene unit in documenting blood spatter patterns that contradicted Jasmine's initial claim of self-defense. The analysis indicated David was sitting on the couch when he was shot, rather than moving toward Jasmine aggressively, as she had stated. Furthermore, the autopsy revealed minimal and superficial defensive wounds on David. Officer Chin found 8-year-old Micah Cole upstairs, hiding under his Batman-themed bed covers. Trauma specialist Dr. Rebecca Wilson immediately attended to the child, noting signs of acute stress. Micah's initial statement, recorded by Dr. Wilson, mentioned hearing his father yelling about photographs, another man's voice, and then a gunshot. Jasmine Cole was arrested and taken to Birmingham Central Precinct. During processing, she repeated her claim of self-defense, stating that David became furious upon confronting her about her affair with Nathan Harris. According to booking officer Michael Rodriguez, Jasmine said David retrieved the gun from their safe during the argument, leading to a struggle where she ultimately gained control and fired. The neighborhood's reaction was swift and divided. Police collected statements from 12 neighbors, 4 of whom reported hearing arguments at the Cole residence in recent weeks. 3 specifically recalled seeing an unfamiliar vehicle, later identified as Nathan Harris's, parked nearby on multiple occasions. 2 long-term neighbors described David as consistently gentle and incapable of violence, while 3 others supported Jasmine's account, citing instances where they had heard David shouting during arguments. The crime scene investigation extended through January 22nd, with forensics teams gathering security footage from 3 nearby houses, audio recordings from a Ring doorbell, DNA samples from bloodstains in several areas, fiber evidence from the living room carpet, and partial fingerprints from surfaces and electronic devices belonging to both David and Jasmine. A preliminary forensic review highlighted substantial discrepancies in Jasmine's self-defense narrative. The medical examiner, Dr. Patricia Santos, reported that the bullet traveled downward at a 45-degree angle, entering David's upper left chest and lodging in his lower right back. This analysis, combined with blood spatter on the living room wall, confirmed David was seated on the couch when he was shot, refuting Jasmine's claim that he was advancing on her. Gunshot residue tests conducted by the Alabama Department of Forensic Sciences showed minimal residue on David's palms but significant amounts on the backs of his hands. Ballistics expert Dr. James Morrison explained that this distribution pattern typically indicates a defensive posture rather than active use of a firearm, undermining Jasmine's account of a struggle over the weapon. The evidence suggested David raised his hands defensively before being shot. Detective Carter's investigation revealed concerning financial details. On October 15, 2022, Jasmine had taken out a $750,000 life insurance policy through Prudential Financial, naming herself the sole beneficiary. The policy, processed by agent Michael Thompson, originally sought a $1.5 million coverage, but was reduced during underwriting. The plan included a suicide clause, but offered double indemnity for accidental death or homicide. Financial records revealed Jasmine was under significant monetary strain, with $127,800 in credit card debt across 6 accounts and monthly minimum payments of $3,225. Bank statements showed frequent ATM withdrawals at Mountain Brook Mall, typically between $500 and $1,000 weekly, often near luxury retailers like Gucci and Louis Vuitton. Investigators also uncovered a separate Regions bank account in Jasmine's name containing $45,000 in deposits from Nathan Harris's business account over the previous 4 months. A major breakthrough came during Micah's extended interviews with Dr. Wilson. In their 3rd session, Micah provided critical details about January 21st, stating he heard 3 distinct voices downstairs: his father's, his mother's, and an unfamiliar male voice he had previously heard during his mother's work calls. Security footage from nearby houses confirmed that a dark-colored BMW matching Harris's vehicle was parked 2 houses away from the Cole residence at 11:15 p.m. and left hurriedly at 11:49 p.m., 2 minutes after the shooting. Text messages retrieved from Jasmine's phone revealed communication with Harris throughout the day, including a message sent at 10:45 p.m. that read, "He knows everything. Come over after he's asleep." Harris responded at 11:05 p.m., saying, "On my way. Don't do anything until I get there." A particularly incriminating text from Jasmine, dated January 18th, stated, "The insurance policy clears next week. We need to figure this out before he files for divorce." Further investigation uncovered that Harris had purchased a burner phone on January 20th from a convenience store on Highway 280. Cell tower data confirmed the device communicated with Jasmine's phone leading up to David's death, indicating premeditation and coordination. The burner phone was later found in a dumpster near Harris's office, containing partially deleted texts about meeting arrangements and contingency plans. On January 25th, Birmingham police discovered overlooked evidence at the crime scene, including a partial bloody shoe print behind the living room couch. The print matched shoes seized from Harris's home. DNA analysis of cigarette butts found in the Cole backyard matched Harris's profile, placing him at the scene on several prior occasions. Nathan Harris, 42, was the founder of Harris Digital Solutions, a successful marketing firm generating over $2 million in annual revenue. The initial connection between Harris and Jasmine Cole originated in June 2022, when his company hired JC Designs for a website redesign project valued at $115,000. Digital records retrieved from Harris Digital Solutions servers revealed business emails gradually evolving into personal exchanges by late July 2022. A detailed review of their phone records, subpoenaed from AT&T, documented 847 calls and 2,436 text messages exchanged between August 2022 and January 2023. Their communication frequency increased, with many calls occurring between 11 p.m. and 2 a.m. Notably, in September 2022, both purchased burner phones in cash from separate Metro PCS locations to evade detection. These phones were used for consistent communication until the night of the murder. Deleted messages retrieved from Jasmine's iCloud account revealed hundreds of conversations about their relationship and plans. A message thread from December 15 discussed divorcing their spouses. Harris wrote, "Jennifer will take everything if she finds out. We need to be cautious," to which Jasmine responded, "David won't let me have custody of Micah. I can't lose my son." Later, messages showed mounting tension, with Jasmine texting on January 18th, "I can't keep living like this. We have to end it soon." Harris's initial police interview on January 28th, 2023, led by Detective Carter and recorded on video, lasted 4 hours. He admitted to a sexual relationship with Jasmine, but claimed it ended in December 2022. When confronted with evidence placing him near the Cole residence on January 2nd, Harris revised his statement, asserting he was there to support Jasmine during a confrontation with David. He claimed to have stayed in his car until hearing the gunshot and fleeing in panic. Forensic analysis of Harris's BMW by the Alabama Department of Forensic Sciences uncovered evidence contradicting his account. Gunshot residue was detected on the passenger seat and door handle, and fibers matching carpet samples from the Cole's living room were found. The vehicle's GPS data, despite deletion attempts, confirmed it was parked 2 houses away from the Cole residence from 11:15 p.m. to 11:49 p.m. on January 23rd. Jennifer Harris, Nathan's wife of 15 years, provided further details during her January 30th interview. She reported significant behavioral changes in her husband beginning mid-2022, including unexplained spending and late-night absences. Bank statements revealed Harris withdrew $175,000 from their joint business account between September 2022 and January 2023. In December 2022, Jennifer found surveillance photos of Nathan and Jasmine together and hired private investigator Marcus Rodriguez to monitor their activities. Of particular interest was footage from January 19th, showing Harris handling a firearm in his office parking lot while speaking with Jasmine. Employee interviews from Harris Digital Solutions revealed Jasmine frequently visited the office outside regular hours. Office manager Sarah Thompson recalled overhearing a heated conversation between the two on January 20th, during which Jasmine reportedly said, "It has to happen tomorrow. He's going to tell Jennifer everything." Security footage from that day showed the pair in Harris's private office for 3 hours, with Jasmine leaving visibly upset. A forensic accounting investigation revealed Harris researched offshore banking and inquired about property in countries without U.S. extradition treaties. His internet search history included queries about gunshot residue cleaning, committing the perfect murder, and claiming self-defense in Alabama. The trial of State of Alabama versus Jasmine Cole and Nathan Harris began on April 15, 2023, in Jefferson County Circuit Court, presided over by Judge Maria Rodriguez. District Attorney Thomas Bradford led the prosecution, while defense attorneys James Wilson and Sarah Mitchell represented Jasmine Cole and Nathan Harris, respectively. Forensic expert Dr. Marcus Thompson used blood spatter analysis and bullet trajectory to demonstrate that David Cole was seated when he was shot, contradicting Jasmine's self-defense claim. A laser projection system illustrated how the bullet's 45-degree downward angle was inconsistent with David being the aggressor. The defense attempted to depict David as controlling and possibly abusive. Defense attorney Wilson introduced text messages Jasmine had sent to friends expressing fear of her husband, but cross-examination by Ada Thompson revealed these messages only began after Jasmine's affair with Harris. Former colleagues and players from Woodlawn High School testified to David's kind and supportive nature, undermining the defense's claims. The trial's pivotal moment occurred on April 22nd, during the testimony of 8-year-old Micah Cole. Child psychologist Dr. Rebecca Wilson prepared the court, establishing protocols to minimize trauma during questioning. Led by Ada Thompson, Micah testified that he heard 3 adult voices downstairs before the shooting. When asked what he saw, Micah stated he witnessed Nathan Harris holding a gun while his mother stood nearby. Defense efforts to discredit Micah were limited by Judge Rodriguez, who sustained multiple prosecutorial objections to aggressive questioning of the child. The jury's reaction to Micah's testimony, noted by court reporters, marked a turning point in the case. Forensic accountant Robert Martinez detailed financial entanglements between Jasmine and Nathan, highlighting over $175,000 in transfers and related expenses. Cell phone expert Timothy Brooks mapped Harris's movements using tower data, confirming his presence at the scene despite his denials. The prosecution concluded with testimony from Jennifer Harris, who described discovering the affair and hiring a private investigator. Her testimony included evidence of Nathan liquidating assets and researching countries without extradition treaties weeks before David's death. In closing arguments, District Attorney Bradford systematically linked the evidence, emphasizing premeditation, financial motives, and collaboration between the defendants. The defense countered by suggesting the shooting was a spontaneous act during a heated confrontation rather than a calculated conspiracy. The jury, consisting of 7 women and 5 men, deliberated for 4 days, totaling 96 hours. On April 30th, 2023, they delivered unanimous decisions. Jasmine Cole was convicted of second-degree murder, a charge carrying a sentence of 25 years to life in prison. Nathan Harris was found guilty of manslaughter and conspiracy to commit murder, with potential sentences adding up to 35 years. Juror Patricia Martinez, listed as juror number 4, remarked that the premeditation was evident once the jury reviewed the plans, which included securing an insurance policy and devising escape strategies. Judge Rodriguez scheduled the sentencing for May 15, 2023, and ordered both defendants to remain in custody without bail. The prosecution announced its plan to pursue the maximum penalties, citing the calculated nature of the crime and its devastating impact on Micah Cole. Both sentences required mandatory minimum periods before parole eligibility. On June 1, 2023, Jefferson County Family Court awarded full legal guardianship of Micah Cole to Dr. Naomi Cole. This change led to Micah transferring from Woodland Elementary to Mountain Brook Elementary, where Dr. Sarah Anderson, head of the counseling department, introduced a tailored support system for children dealing with trauma. Micah began weekly sessions with child psychologist Dr. Rebecca Wilson, who observed his notable resilience while documenting the emotional complexities he faced. Naomi Cole's expertise in academia and criminal justice evolved into a fervent commitment to supporting families affected by domestic violence. By August 2023, she founded the David Cole Foundation, beginning with a $500,000 endowment funded through David's life insurance, which, after legal intervention, was redirected from Jasmine to Micah's trust fund. The foundation collaborated with the University of Alabama's Department of Social Work to create programs aimed at helping at-risk families and providing resources for children who have lost parents due to domestic violence. Micah's adjustment to his new circumstances was marked by both struggles and achievements. His school performance initially declined, but by the end of third grade, his teacher noted marked improvement. He particularly excelled in basketball, wearing his father's number 23 and participating in a youth league where David had once been a coach. Woodland High School, in partnership with the foundation, launched the annual David Cole Memorial Basketball Tournament, which became a platform for fostering community healing and youth engagement. Naomi transformed David's home office into a memory room, preserving his photographs, awards, and personal items to celebrate his legacy as a teacher, coach, and father. She initiated Dad Story Sundays, where she and Micah would reminisce about David, keeping his memory alive. These moments helped Micah process his grief and stay connected to his father's principles and teachings. The case's influence extended beyond the Cole family. The Birmingham Police Department incorporated lessons from the investigation into their domestic violence training programs. Detective Ryan Carter, collaborating with the David Cole Foundation, developed a system for identifying financial motives in domestic violence cases, which was subsequently adopted statewide. Jasmine Cole's appeals against her conviction were rejected in March 2024. Her mandatory participation in prison rehabilitation programs revealed patterns of narcissistic behavior and manipulation, prompting the state to enhance psychological screening protocols for its domestic violence prevention efforts. Nathan Harris's business assets were sold, with the proceeds directed to victim compensation and foundation programs benefiting Micah, now 9 years old. While challenges persisted, the future held promise. Micah, supported by Naomi's unwavering commitment, displayed resilience in meaningful ways. He maintained a consistent AB average in school, took part in community service through the foundation, and expressed a strong interest in helping other children cope with loss. His father's values, integrity, perseverance, and compassion became central to his character and growth.